Hello again, everyone. So, I chose the topic of someone who spends too much time on their phone. Cell phones are a great invention. They allow us to access tons of information in a matter of seconds. They also help us connect to people quickly, like in other countries, and someone like a long distance relative, someone who's far away. Um, But on the downside, they can also cause wedges between people in their face to face relationships. Even though cell phones allow us to contact anyone with ease, they can also negatively impact our face to face social interactions. There is a term called phubbing that I learned while looking up this stuff, and it means when you kind of shrug someone off to use your cell phone instead. Um, if you're always on your cell phone when you are with other people, they might feel kind of ignored by you. Um, they might feel like you're not paying attention to the conversation you guys are having. There are a lot of people in the world who are addicted to their phones. I have been guilty of it myself. I'll be using my phone, and my fiance will be like, "Hey, I'm right here. Talk to me." um, it's also very tempting to grab your phone when you are just sitting there. I've noticed that sometimes I will be watching a show and I'll look over and my phone will be there and I'll grab it and start playing on it and have no idea what's going on with the show because I've lost focus and I'm just zoned in on my phone. There are some ways to help prevent this from happening. Um, Set aside a day or a week. Sorry, I have it written down on a piece of paper what I was going to say. Set aside one day slash or the week. This is by far the most common approach. Choose one day a week. It's usually like a weekend or something like that, and set your phone aside and try to make a habit of doing that at least once a week. You can do a 30-day experiment to reset your usage. Kind of like making like a goal or like a resolution, like I'm not going to get on my phone for 30 days. I'll only use it for calling or contacting people. Um, there are also apps that you can download that will set goals and track the progress on your phone to make sure you're not using it so much. Some of them are free, some of them cost a little bit of money. It really just depends. Don't charge another really good tip is not to charge on your phone close to your bed, because when you're laying in bed about to go to sleep, that's when people tend to most grab their cell phone and start using it. Sorry, I am looking at my notes. When I was looking up research on people with overusage on their cell phones, I also found a statistic that says the typical cell phone user touches his or her phone 2,617 times every day. And that most people spend an average of 3 hours and 15 minutes on their phone each day. Half of all phone pickups happen within 3 minutes of a previous one. So that means you'll set your phone down and then 3 minutes later grab it again and look at it. Also, being on your phone too much kind of reduces your quality of conversation with face-to-face people. It impacts your short-term memory and problem solving. It negatively affects our sleep patterns. So it's kind of important to limit yourself and make sure that you're not going crazy with your cell phone. There's another tip. as soon as you get home from work or whatever activity you're doing, go ahead and put your cell phone up. That's another thing you can do to help decrease your phone usage. Change your settings to kind of make it so you don't have as much access to it. There is a man named Brad Soroka, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, and he recommends placing a hairband around your cell phone. When placed in the middle of your phone, the hairband allows users to answer phone calls easily, but makes other use of the phone more difficult. So you can still answer your phone calls, but it makes it harder to just start like scrolling on the internet or any sort of social media. And to reiterate, cell phones are a great invention. They have given us so much easier access to things. There's calculators, anything we need we can use on our cell phones. But at some point it does affect your personal relationships and your face-to-face conversations. Like it'll connect you to people who live across the country or in other countries, but it also limits your ability to discuss things with other people in person. Alrighty, well, that is all I have. And like I said, there is a term for it, and it is called phubbing. And it's spelled Phubbing. But yeah, it's important to keep your face-to-face relationships more together than I would say your long-distance relationships. And that is all I have, so thank you for watching this video.